Hello, PascoMath grade 7 teachers. Today we're going to look at 7.RP.1.3. We're going to look at some unpacking the standards, some things you could do as well as students in the classroom, and then anticipate some misconceptions and what we can do to address those misconceptions. So let's go ahead and get started. So the standard itself reads, use proportional relationships to solve multi-step ratio and percent problems. And so in the example, we have simple interest, tax, markups, markdowns, gratuities, commissions, fees, percent increase, decrease, and percent error. So a lot of things going on there. So when we unpack it, first is they need to solve problems involving proportional relationships. Problems should be multi-step and include context, and so that context is huge. And again, that context is a lot around sale, and so interest, tax, tips, commission, percent error, increase, decrease, discounts, fees, markups, markdowns. So you can see how vocabulary is very important for this standard as well. And so some things you can do in the classroom. Focus a lot of time and energy on the richness of that vocabulary. And so I've already went over all those things there, but like even original price, like, being explicit about what that means, and commission, that's not something that's just intuitive, fees, sales, making sure we all have a common understanding. Connect solving equations to solving problems involving proportional relationships. Again, if you have a proportion, and sometimes, some people might say, just cross multiply. And so cross multiplication is a strategy to solve a proportion. And you're really just solving an equation. So I really like to put that emphasis because we've worked with equations at this point. And so we're solving an equation. And using the multiplication property of equality, we can get there to our solution. Ask students to write up problems from the media that can be solved with proportions. So again, since this is a lot of with interest and commission, sales, fees, markup, markdowns, so there's a lot of things out there that they could use to drive that context, engage and keep their interest. Introduce students to percent increase, decrease, and percent error problems. So we need to do that as well. What students are doing, they're exploring the use of the vocabulary words in the standard, finding examples in the media and explain how they're used in each situation. So let them go to town on, shopping on some of their favorite things, and school appropriate, of course, and then and have them connect that math vocabulary back to what they're seeing out there on the media. Solve problems involving proportions using the process of solving an equation. So again, I hear a lot of times, you just cross multiply and divide, and so that's not adhering to the precision. That's just answer getting at this point. And so they know how to solve an equation, and we need to put emphasis on what that means in this situation. They need to solve problems involving percent error and percent increase and decrease, and then use the structure of percent error and percent increase and decrease to explain how those formulas for these concepts are similar. So some misconceptions. Might be vocabulary, and so graphic organizers, foldables might be a helpful tool, and acting out the situations always helps students make those connections as well. So that's it for this standard. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me or your regional specialist, and thank you for making PascoMath more awesome.